Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Doctor Stone Season 4, Episode 13. We're on to Part 2, and I believe this is the final season. Pretty sure I read it somewhere. I think it was at like the end of the last season that it said it, or at the start of this one. I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, this is going to be the last half, I believe, and things are kind of crazy. We have our groups are split. We've kind of recruited everyone except for Xeno and Stanley from the new society we found, and they're going to be making corn for us to use. And now next they are headed to South America, I think, is what I have written down, in order to form the next city, while we have Senku on the run with Zeno, and Stanley is probably going to be chasing him, and he's just going to keep moving around, it seems like, to avoid Stanley. So I believe that's how the first half ended, and we're going to be going into a maybe dual storyline where we follow both sides in what they're doing. I'm really excited, so let's just get into it and start. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, is this young Zeno? I saw white hair. I think it is. It's similar hairstyle. Oh, need to work on the accuracy a bit, but it fired. Man, we're just jumping right in, huh? Oh. Were they friends from this young? This is like Senku and Taiju. I know it's only been a few months, but I might mess up some of the, like, or be rusty on some of the names. I'm watching a lot of shows and remembering a lot of names, so I apologize if I make a mistake. Hmm. I wonder if we're gonna see this kind of gun. I guess at this point we have, like, unlimited gunpowder. Stanley has so much candy. I've never done one before. Oh. He talks so proper for such a kid. Young kid. Wait, so did they just meet here? He just see a kid working on a gun and just walked up to him and been like, hey man, I got some tips. Senku, I love you. I love that laugh. Good morning. Zeno is supposed to be English. Oh. Opening time, let's go. Chrome. I know your name. I just... Fuck. Ryusui. Ginro and that guy. Oh man. Kohaku. Trust me, I'll get them all back in my mind's eye. Half the time they're going too quickly for me to say them all. What was it? What was the fucking our strong boy that's on our side now? Him. What was it? Fucking. It like has a T in it. I don't even know if you really pronounce the T. Shit. Why I no remember. I like the song though. High energy. It's fun. Kyoga is the spear one, that's right. Watching the same moon. Oh, because they're separated is probably what that means. Alright, we're getting some recap. Nice. I should probably pay attention to this. I'm just so bothered. His name is in the tip of my tongue. Tsukasa, there we go. Alright. Ugh. Does he know? How does he know? Okay. I guess he just picked up on the waves. If so, then call off Stanley so we don't have to dodge him. Cool. Getting all kinds of fuel. Nice. Oh. Matsukaze, that's his name. Oh. Ooh. Is this a move? Okay. Kinro's just hiding. I understand your plan. Yes, of course, that's what he's doing. You know my deep plot. Oh no! Is he really not? Yeah, I guess he's really not doing well. Uh oh. What? They all hate it. Oh my god, that boat just whipped around. Jesus. The hell of a turn. Jeez. Hmm. I like how they have this psychic talk going on. Oh my god, Ginro. It's just a lighter. Damn it, Ginro. Well. Ah, we showing this to Xeno? That's cool. Yeah, the man himself. Oh, he knew him, yeah. Oh, I love this track. Oh, I love it. That might have to be the thumbnail for this season. I love that image. I love you, Byakuya. Full tilt, baby. I'm excited. Across millennia. Oh, does Chrome want to be a part of the conversation? The science conversation? Yeah, he wants to go down here. Yep. Oh. I like how he's writing with his mouth because he's tied up. But they just making bubbles. It's gonna be for some reason, I bet. He's not even tied. Oh, that's cool. I've missed this show. I like how Chrome is just hanging out now, too. Hmm. Good thinking. Yeah. Yep. That's cool. Hmm. I love how he can, like, kind of keep up. I love Chrome. Ah, yeah. Makes sense. But what is the cause of it? Yeah. Something that you can reproduce. A ghost generator. They don't care about ghosts. They want to know how to utilize the ghosts in a science way. It's funny. They both remember exactly when. Hmm. Right. Okay. Cool. So I like the background track. It's a whole bunch of science shit, man. Let's go. I love it. They're milking it up. Aw, Chrome. Alright. The cat. They're all just doing random shit. $56, okay. Yeah. Whole bunch of numbers and science shit. Damn. All this to try to find the exact coordinate of where it came from, right? Longitude and latitude, he said. Damn. So cool. These two science badasses. Okay. The root of everything. This is exhilarating. Ah, alright. Into the outro, seemingly. This is cool. Alright. So, while we watch this, we shall talk. What a fantastic first. I mean, I love being back in the show. I love the show so much. I love the science shit. Honestly, like, I really like the first half of the season, but I'm more interested in the science and the rebuilding of civilization than I am of, like, encountering Xeno and everything, and, like, more people that have been broken free or existing and stuff like that, you know? It's definitely been a fun story, and I really like, Xeno's character is growing on me more and more. I do feel like it's silly that we have this like grudge going on too of like we had to steal Zeno away even though he seems so willing to help us try and like find all the answers. It stinks that we couldn't just work together, you know? But like I guess just Like, I wonder if Zeno even wants to be rescued by Stanley, right? Like, I don't know, maybe he does because he has his own ambitions and his own idea of what he wants the world to be rewritten as, right? But anyway, that is it, guys, for episode 13, I should say. We're on part 2, so messes me up. But yeah, so I mean, I guess Zeno has his own plans for what he wants to do, and so Stanley is gonna come and try and get him back while we try and figure things out. So I guess I'm a little I almost feel like I should have paid attention a little bit more during the recap. So we're going to South America to try to find the source. Wasn't there another group going to start the next, like, city they need? But maybe that... Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure. But, well, I'll go back after this, after I'm done discussing, and reread that little recap portion just to see what they say. But in any case, we know that Senku's team is... Because also I was a little confused by, like, I thought Stanley had already, like, taken off and was, like, separated from their own group, but it seems like they were still getting, like, fuel and supplies. I'm assuming they were taking that from their original civilization, right? Like, their original, like, place, and loading it onto their boats and everything. And they still had, like, some of us, like, prisoner. But then we had, like, them pointing the gun, and we had, Nikki, I think her name was, coming in and saying, like, no, we're on a ceasefire right now, and stuff like that. So it's like, I know we negotiated this ceasefire, and the guy who kind of took control for now was saying, like, yeah, we'll give you the corn that you need, and stuff like that. But then we have this other storyline with Stanley going after, so is it like, is that guy that's in charge now just, like, helping both sides kind of thing for now? I mean, I guess he can, it's up to him if he wants to do that. So he's giving, like, the materials to Stanley he needs to be able to push forward, but then also, working with us and giving us what we need. But anyway, yeah, other than that, I mean, we spent most of the episode with, like, the science talks. We had a little bit of flashback with Zeno and Stanley. That was cool, seeing, like, how young they were when they met each other. I didn't realize, I thought it was going to be something like, oh, when he started working at NASA, he met, like, Stanley at some point, and and then we saw them at this, like, banquet, so they just, like, kind of knew each other, and both, like, just happened to be around the same area and just, like, knew of each other. But no, like, it seems like they met as kids and became really good friends, so that's really cool. I really love the moment with Senku showing Zeno wow, why can't I think of the name of it? Holy shit. I'm stupid. Like, the vinyl, right? The preserved information and stuff like that Byakuya did. That was really cool. And I like how Byakuya wasn't... I mean, I'm sorry, Zeno wasn't saying that Byakuya was, like, stupid, but he was saying, like, Byakuya had a grasp on, like, emotion and reason or something like that. And because of it, he could never be on the same page as him. But he still seems like he respected him as a person, and then was like, oh, so he did something like this? That's very much like him, So it's really cool how they both kind of had this, like, respect for each other. And I like the little... I know it was just, like, an image of him, but I like him being there and being like, hey, now you two, okay, like, let's, put your heads together and figure this out, kind of encouraging them to work together and all that. So I wonder if there is going to be a world in, like, by figuring this out, maybe we get to South America and we learn something, and then Stanley shows up, and maybe Zeno will luck out. Because I don't know that I really care to watch too much of a conflict between, like, us fighting Stanley again, So maybe Xeno will be like, actually, Stanley, hold off. Like, let's work on this together because the moon's a threat and we need to deal with it. I like that he just knew. Like, we didn't even have to tell him about the moon. He just picked up on the waves that we picked up on as well and just traced them back to the moon and was like, oh, shit's going on the moon. All right. And I love how these scientists just accept that. But yeah, while we're triangulating the coordinates, I love that we used a bubble to try to, like, you blow the bubble at where you think it might have started, and you get an idea of how it could have traveled along the surface as, like, the bubble consumes the earth and stuff like that. That was a really neat way of visualizing things. The show has such creative ways of showing us what's going on and stuff like that, along with all the science mumbo jumbo. But I love that Chrome was, like, very antsy and stuff because he just wanted to go down and listen to what was going on. And then I like that he stayed and was able to chime in, and I like that these two people who are so smart, they don't like look down on Chrome at all for being, like, new to this world and being naive to some things. They, like, Chrome is genuinely fascinated by something, and they genuinely just love science enough that they're going to talk about it and explain it to him. And it's not going to be one of those things where it's like an ego battle of like, hey, yeah, someone like you wouldn't know this, you know? It's like, no. It's like, especially because Chrome, being so naive to everything, can sometimes come up with these ideas. Like, sometimes we get lulled into this way of thinking because of how we were raised and stuff, but he was raised in such a different way that he has some of these perspectives that, that maybe we don't think about. And I love that they gave Chrome credit for the whole, like, figuring out that it has, like, a fixed speed and all that, so it's just very cool. But yeah, we triangulated the location now, so I wonder how many episodes it's going to take to get there. I wonder if Stanley and them are going to catch up before we get there, or if we'll get there first since we have a bit of a head start. And it kind of looks like our boat might be faster, but maybe that's because it's smaller, Maybe size will help the sailing ship go a bit faster than the motored one. We'll have to see. But yeah, so it seems like it's all the people, like Stanley and a few people that want to get Xeno back, as well as Matsukaze and Ginro on that boat. And then all the rest of the people that came with us, other than the ones that are on the boat with Senku and all that, I'm guessing they're staying behind at the other town and just, like, solidifying our relationship there and everything, I think that's what's happening. But yeah. Alright. Very cool. Freaking Ginro just instantly selling out the location. I mean, I guess I don't want to see Matsukaze tortured, but it does suck that Matsukaze had this resolve and everything, and then Ginro just instantly, like, South America, so. But I'm sure it'll all work out. This show is, like, yes, it gets serious sometimes with, like, some of the threats and all that, but at the same time, I feel like Senku is always really good about figuring out a plan and working it through, and not just Senku either, our whole crew, everyone about it and all that, so very cool. Anyways, guys, I'm really excited to watch more and see how we wrap things up. I do feel like with how much we have left, we're gonna have to kind of speed along, unless this doesn't end up being the final season and I'm wrong about that, then, then we may have time. But if we have to, like, build all the other cities in order to make a rocket, go to the moon, go to South America, figure out what caused this in the first place, like, all these things feel like they're, like, half seasons in themselves, and we have a half season left to do all of them, so we're definitely gonna have to start speed running some of this stuff soon, I think. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Early access on there gets you 2 episodes ahead of time. And then the Patreon show tier on there gets you shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet. Things like Freerun, Solo Leveling, Dan to Dan. And then for live action, Shogun and The Expanse. The Expanse isn't finished yet. I'm in the process of watching it, but there's, like, 3 full seasons, and I've started season 4 on there. So check that out if you're interested. in a whole bunch of new content and supporting me and what I do here. I very much appreciate it. Links are in the description, should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.